Hello, my lovelies. Hi, Missy. How are you? Hola. uh, hello and welcome. I hope everybody has had a. Hold on here, just one moment. Hello and welcome. Okay. So, sorry for whatever reason it's playing back. So, you're stuck on the interstate in 4 lanes of parking lot. Awesome. That is just, that's always fun. So anyway, I apologize for not being not doing my live chat last week. I have been a busy bee. So anyway, what is going on that you're stuck in 4 lanes of parking lot? Holy cow. Is there a nasty accident or something? If there is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Sorry, I'm moving my laptop closer. So anywho, oh goodness. So it has been an extremely busy couple of weeks. We got, oh my goodness. What's up, Evan? How are you? I'm sunburnt. Can you tell? Yes, I am burnt because I have spent the last 2 days, well, several days outside, but the last 2 days I have just pretty much fried. So, yeah. Semi-wrecker and 2 car wreckers. Ooh, that sucks. All right, run to the truck. You're probably getting your charging cord, aren't you, Terry Lynn? So, oh my goodness. All right, since the last live, I have done a ton of stuff, actually. We went out for my daughter's birthday. Hello, Margot. We went out for my daughter's birthday to celebrate her 25th. And that was on Saturday, the 29th of May. So, literally just over a week ago. I wear the shit, but thanks for asking. Gotta get up at 3. Oh, that sucks. Dude. So anyway, we ended up going to the Olive Garden because that's what she wanted to do for her birthday dinner. So that's what we did. And while we were there, she was proposed to and accepted. So they are looking at possibly a September wedding next year. They were talking about possibly doing it this year, and I'm like, no, that's I can't. Sorry, we can't do that. There's no way. So they want to have a really yeah, I know, right? It's been so hot lately here too. So she decided that they decided they wanted kind of a low-key wedding. They don't really want anything too extravagant or amazing, I guess. And they decided that, hello, fly. They've decided that they wanted to instead save the money that would be spent on a wedding, and they would like to go to Japan for their honeymoon. So I don't know. In fact, I think she's leaving now. I have had moon pie all day, so yay! So then after the Olive Garden and the engagement, so that following Sunday, last Sunday, we went to Omaha to the Henry Dorley Zoo and had a great day. It was lots of fun. The whole family was there, the whole family went. So you're coming down, invited or not, and you're friendly drunk. Awesome. You can come down, Evan. You absolutely can. So she's pulling some. I don't know. Well, I have the we have the Suburban parked in the shade. And so you have to, if you pull up into the driveway, you have to, when you go to back out, you have to back out a certain way. So it's like Jenga for cars. I don't know. All right. So we went to the zoo as a family and had a blast and stopped over. And Deb should be coming on. Give you a wrench. All right, hang on. All right. All right, there you go. Yeah, and I didn't even leave anybody there at the zoo. Aren't you proud of me? I didn't leave anybody behind like I should have, probably. So we went over. Deb should be coming in here soon. We stopped over and I dropped off some hats that I made for her. And I actually got a picture from the guy one of the guys that she sent this hat to, that she had me make the hat for. A picture of him in it holding, I think he's got an MP5 in his hand, but anyways, what Tony said. But I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what he said. So, nope, no one got to go to their natural habitat. I know, right? Like I'm not even kidding you. I kicked so much ass in that zoo. Like, I sincerely thought I was going to end up having to get a wheelchair because, of course, I sincerely thought I was going to end up having to get a wheelchair because I didn't think I was going to be able to walk. And I made well over 6 miles. I booked well over 6 miles that day. And all I had was my golf umbrella. I'd even forgotten my cane. So, yeah. And I was blasting up the hills in the zoo even, and they're pretty steep. So, yeah, I've been killing it lately. I have just been killing it because nobody's going to do it but me, right? Like nobody's going to be able to, I can't fix what's wrong with me if I don't do it myself. So, anyway, so had tons of fun at the zoo. And then Monday was Memorial Day. And actually on Sunday night, I believe it was, it was Monday afternoon. Tony was talking, he got a phone call from one of his childhood friends that his dad and Tony's dad served together they were on the same base for a while. And anyway, yeah, crazy, but he decided, I'm just going to drive the 6 hours or almost 6 hours from the Illinois-Wisconsin border, and I'm just going to show up and come see you. We're like, okay. So that had to have been on Sunday. No, that was on Monday, because I spent that day, I deep cleaned the Airstream so that he and his wife could spend the night in here. So I got it, ready for guests. And I did a whole bunch of weed eating, and like, it was crazy. I was crazy busy. And then they decided that they weren't going to be able to come after all. And I'm like, crap. So I got in trouble at the zoo last time I was there. A monkey threw poo at me, and I guess you're not supposed to throw it back. No. You can. I hope you're not going to piss in my Cheerios. Why? Hi, Barb. How are you, hon? Hi, Brigitte. Hi, Darren. Yay! Bonjour. So yeah, Memorial Day. I was gonna go live, and I just got so busy doing so many other things, and I'm like, oh, forget that. Then I also got word that my friend is coming from California. She just up and booked a flight. She's going to come spend July 10th through the 14th with me. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, crazy. So I've been busy. I've been trying to get stuff ready to go and, all of that fun stuff to have guests. I finally got the pool. The cat is chasing a rabbit. But I finally got the pool up. It's open. I'm going to have to go get some more salt for it. And I think I'm going to switch over my hoses out for PVC pipe, and I'm going to plumb it instead. Just because I have to buy replacement hoses anyway for the filter, and from the pool to the filter, and from the pump, or from the pool to the pump, and then from the filter to the pool. And I'm like, I'm tired of changing these stupid things, and I just I'm done. I'm over this crap. So I decided I'm just gonna switch over to PVC pipe. So I throw poop at the computers if they don't work after reboot. Buddy got stabbed 30 times by his soon-to-be ex-wife, then thrown in jail for defending himself. 2 weeks ago, she tried to burn his house down while he was sleeping. What? No friggin' way. Are you shitting me? Oh my God. Why? Wow. Like, what in the hell, Evan? No shit, she's a psycho. Wow. Good God. All right. So, yesterday, I've been working on all of these things all throughout the week. The trampoline is up. The pool is ready to go. And yesterday, I kicked so much butt in the garden. I tilled up by myself. I tilled up 4,400 square feet of the 6,000 square feet that's there. And I still have more to do. And I was going to work on that today, but decided that probably not going to do that because, well, first of all, I had Moon Pie. So he was here with us today. So, and I'm hurting. I'm not going to lie. So I got pretty deeply burned yesterday just being out in the garden. But then today I decided we're getting in the damn pool. So Moon Pie and I went swimming today for like 3 hours. So I'm extra burnt now. Where I got burnt where I wasn't burned yesterday. So hi, Michelle. I did do a ton, and I'm still working. I still have a ton to do. So I just have been, I've been super focused on getting stuff done. I really have. And I guess I really just, I kind of feel like I have to walk the walk. If I'm going to talk the talk, I got to walk the walk. So yeah, I almost had new chickens. And then I'm like, nope, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. And I didn't. But then, so I bought a new fan for the chicken coop. And so they have a fan, and I have a kind of a swamp cooler-esque situation, I guess. Not really, because it's not really cooling. But so I have the fan. We have the fan on the coop, on the inside of it, hanging there. And then I have put a bucket of, every morning I'm filling it up with cold water, and then letting the fan blow across the water, and hopefully it's helping to keep the chickens cooler, but I don't know if it is. I thought, why not, try, right? No, it wasn't TSC. It wasn't Tractor Supply. Our local to me, where I actually buy my feed, because I buy it's Nutrina, but it's non-GMO and organic layer feed, and that's what I feed my girls. And so the only place I can get it is a farm store called Baumgar's, and it's more of a Midwestern store. I don't know where else they are. I just know they're in Iowa, and I think Illinois for sure, or maybe it's Missouri, or maybe it's both. I don't remember. Anyway, so they're kind of a Midwest thing right now. But they actually had, I went to the bigger store in the next town over, actually where my two girls live, and they had Turkins. They had these Bantam Cochins that were so stinking cute, and they were older, and they were already like their big girl feathers were already coming in. They were probably, I'm guessing they were probably 4 to 5 weeks old, probably 4 weeks old anyway. But they're feather footed, and I'm like, oh, I'm going home with these. But I resisted, and I did not buy them. And they had a couple of Polish top hatters. They had about, I don't know, just a handful of those. But they have chicks for miles, it seems like, in there. And they had silkies. And I've wanted silkies for a very long time, but I didn't get them. So, yeah, see, these Turkins are too stinking cute. Like, I sincerely want these Turkins because they had two black ones. They seriously looked, and they have kind of one of them has like splotches of white on its head. So anytime I see a Turkin, it reminds a chick, or it reminds me of the vultures in the Disney's Robin Hood movie. I don't know why, but they do, and I just freaking love them. They are so stinking cute, and yeah, and I've wanted silkies for so long. So, hi, Deb. Carrie, oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I do see, that's part of the reason why I wanted to get the silkies, is because they're supposed to be super docile. And dude, you're not supposed to be using your engine brake in town. I have signs posted, but hey, go ahead, do what you want. Idiots. Anyway, like, I don't personally have a problem with them, but I have a resident that like was chewing my rear end out for like a year until the DOT finally got the dumb things up. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I can't enforce that. That's law enforcement, and good luck getting them here. So, because yeah. I mean, obviously they'll come if they're called, but it's crazy. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the stuff that's going on in my city. So, yeah, so I've just been a busy little beaver. And when we went to Omaha to the zoo, so since Deb's here, I stopped to see Deb and give her the hats, and she gifted me some quail eggs and a triple bloom lilac. And so I have I've actually had that in, I've had that in some water, and I put just a little bit of, like a teaspoon of honey in it. So I was trying to give it a little sugar and get it going, and it has perked right back up. So I am going to stick her in the ground probably tomorrow. But yes, Darren. So anywho, that's it. It's been a really busy couple weeks. It's been really busy, but I'm not complaining. I'm just determined to get stuff done, and so I am. I ordered myself a new swimsuit, so that'll be here on ooh lolly golly, what a day. I ordered myself a new swimsuit. It's super cute. I cannot wait. It's supposed to be here Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Thursday, in fact. So I'm super excited about that. It is so cute. It is so cute. It's like almost a 1940s style swimsuit. So it's got like the boy shorts, but it looks kind of, I don't know. And it's got the navy buttons down the waist and all that stuff. So cute. I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to pull it up. I don't know what the deal is. So anywho. So what has everybody been up to? Because I mean, I've been incredibly busy. I don't know if anybody else has. It seems like everybody else has. I'm hoping to get the garden started tomorrow morning, but we shall see. So, yep, right. That's exactly what I've had a couple of people say. Margot. I sent Tony. I got a message on Instagram yesterday, and I just about died laughing when I saw it. Essentially, what it was, this guy sends me this message about how what is it? He wants to be my sugar, or do I want to be his sugar baby? I'm like, what? You put up hay? Oh, awesome. You're gonna send some fertile eggs to hatch. Yes, I will let you know when I get an incubator. I'm gonna put it on hold, and the reason for that is because I'm gonna be super busy throughout the summer trying to get infrastructure built. So yeah. It has been incredibly hot. We've hit 80s, high 80s and low 90s for the last week, and we are staying in the mid 90s, low to mid 90s this week, and the humidity is supposed to start coming back. So yeah, that's what I need to do too. Hi, Jess. I need to get the pumpkin squash and melon patch tilled up and get seed thrown in there and see if anything will grow. I don't know that it will because it's so late in the game here. I had to buy seedlings. I'm going to dig up my hoop house, what I've grown in the hoop house. I got to dig all that up out of the ground and transplant. But yeah, I'm going to be stuck buying a whole bunch more seedlings from various places, and I'm not going to get done what I wanted this year. So, cleaned the barn out and moved all the flocks to new grass. So we moved the chickens. I got to move them. Honestly, they probably need moved tomorrow again. So awesome, Terry. Yeah, Jess, it's been crazy, crazy hot. So this is the swimsuit that I am getting. And it says it is set to arrive on Thursday. So I'm super excited for it. It's pouring down cats and dogs right now. Oh my gosh. I wish. I know, right, Terry? Like I absolutely love that swimsuit. Like I've been eyeballing it for a while now. And I've just never I'm actually ordering it off of Amazon Bridge. And it is, I'm not even sure, Ekouer. It's Ekouaer is the brand, the store. But oh my goodness, they actually have. So this was the other one that I wanted to get, and they were out of stock in my size. I've actually lost some weight, and I was gonna go with a high-waisted bikini, but this was the one that I was looking to get, and goodness, I don't know if you can see that. I wish I knew how to share up on the screen, but anyway, this is actually red and white stripe, and then navy blue. So yeah, super cute. I super want it. So I want to get a tan through swimsuit one of these days, right? Super pinup looks perfect. Yes. Well, thank you. Even Terry Lynn has said this. But I do have a lot of people that said, like, you seriously can wear any style, which I really can. I can wear about any color, any style of clothing, and I don't know. I look okay in most everything, so which is good. I'm not a. I'm definitely not pinup model, and definitely not supermodel, but I keep getting all kinds of propositions. I don't know. Like everybody, I've had so many messages from guys like checking out my profile. I'm like, dude, this is my business profile. Seriously, because you cannot see my personal. You have to actually ask for permission to follow me. You have to send me a follow request on my personal profile, because I share intimate stuff there, about myself. So I'm only going to share that with my friends. So anyway, yes, I was born in the wrong decade. I always say that. I was so born in the wrong decade. Well, hello, pirates. Quail are part of the chicken math. I'll have eggs until October. After that, the birds need to be indoors unless they're 7 to 8 weeks and acclimated to the weather. Okay. Take them as backhanded compliment and then block them. I do. I have been. So anyway, I got one yesterday. I have to finish telling the story. And it was funny. So funny. And I sent it to my husband, and I sent it to Evan, and I'm like, so anyway, it says, "You're beautiful and your pictures on here are awesome. Would you like to be my sugar baby?" Like, what? Serious? Does that shit even work, really? I can do weekly allowances. I gladly expect a response from you. P.S. No meetups. I'm like, dude, really? Okay. So I sent that. I screenshotted that and sent it to my husband. I'm like, so should I take him up on his offer? Because, hey, a girl's always got to, need for cash, right? The homestead ain't gonna buy stuff for itself. You're smashing a dab and feeding dogs. Fantastic. I ordered 3 dresses from thinking it was from USA, but it took forever. It's made in China. Fabric is cheap and my boobs won't fit in them. See, that's the thing. I have to buy it. I have to buy the bigger clothes because I'm a little more well endowed, I guess you could say. So, and I, especially like if I wear dress shirts and stuff like that, I have pretty broad shoulders for a girl. It's probably from all the years of, physical labor and shit that I've done, but I cannot, it's hard for me to fit into a lot of shirts because it just gets super tight across my shoulders. So I actually, that brand sounds familiar, Brigitte, and I think I've ordered from them and they don't fit very well for me either. So I think that's the brand I've ordered before. 250 years too late and 50 years too early. Just put 96 quail eggs into her incubator. She has 7 of her original jumbos and the 17 I have here. Oh my gosh, do you really need to put that many? Yeah, okay, that's a dumb question. Yes, you do need to put that many in your incubator. If I buy bigger, my boobs fit, but the rest is too big. Right? That's yeah. But I'm super excited because I've started losing some weight again. So my goal actually is to rebuild my core muscles, and I'm not so much concerned about losing a ton of weight rather than I am more concerned with gaining muscle mass and strength. That's my big thing. So it's summer, set them free, right? She's going into the quail business selling eggs and chicks. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense then. Yeah, I'm actually I'm not going to do any of that. I was going to, but I'm not going to get into until I get my infrastructure built. So, but my goal is actually I would like to do rare breeds. So I would like to hatch rare breeds. And I don't know that, so I won't do any of the NPIP and all that other stuff until that time. So yeah, if you want to eat them, that's the way to go, right? So I was actually thinking about that too with, so I've had this dilemma, Lou the Dick Rooster. So I've had this dilemma on whether or not I need to, really should I go ahead and kill him or, dispatch him, I should say. And, turn him into chicken noodles or, some sort of stew. But I got to thinking about that, and I think that the reason why I haven't done it is because if he had been a meat bird to begin with, I think I probably would have been okay. But he wasn't. He was originally supposed to be buy the chickens that lay green shell eggs. You'll thank me later. Aw. Yeah, I don't think I can eat Lou because I think he's probably going to be too tough by now. He is, he was supposed to, he was supposed to be a girl. So, he was supposed to be a pullet, but started crowing at about 10 months old. So I'm like, what? And so Lou is actually a sapphire gem, and Ethel is a sapphire gem as well, and they're olive eggers. So, yeah. Yeah, it is much better to have structure first, because I was heartbroken. I'm not even going to kid you. Like, I went to on Saturday. On Saturday, I went into Baumgars, or maybe it was Friday. Anyway, either Friday or Saturday, I'd gone into Baumgars, and they had silkies, and they had the Turkins, and they had, all of these things. And I'm like, I was literally heartbroken, because I said, I'm going in there. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to buy chickens, and I'm going to bring them home. Like, I don't even care. I'm going to do it. And I thought, well, because if I have young enough chicks, I'll have a little bit of time to build up some infrastructure, build up a new coop. But the problem is that with silkies, they're so much smaller than the birds I do have now, that even if they got bigger, they're not going to be big enough to probably integrate with the flock very well, because Lou is extremely aggressive, and the other girls, some of them are pretty aggressive themselves. So, yeah, I know, pressure cooking, but I don't have the heart to kill him at this point. I really sincerely don't, because again, I really thought that, I really think that if it had been a different situation where, he was going to be a meat bird to begin with, I think I probably would have been okay. Because, that is on my to-do list, is to raise meat birds, and obviously, produce for food for ourselves. But that just isn't that's not gonna pan out for a while. So, and I think that I wouldn't become so attached to them, because I know what their purpose is to begin with. And that's, whereas the flock I have currently, their purpose is solely for eggs. And so they're more pets than they are anything. And but I am thinking that if I can somehow get Lou and Ethel sectioned off together and away from the other girls, and see if I can't buy a couple more sapphire gem olive eggers. I think that they would then become, I could start my breeding program that way. But I just, with the intention that that they were in the first place, they were going to be more as pets anyway. I don't feel like I have the heart to kill Lou now. So, it is way easier. It is way easier if you know what you are intending as a food source. It's way different than if you grow something, you raise something to its fullest potential, and then you get attached to it, and then have to try to kill it or dispatch it. So, yeah. It's a TSC picking up feed, and they had pullets. Pullets. I have no place to keep them after 6 or 7 weeks. I almost cried when I left without 2 or 3. Yeah, I came home, and I called Tony. I left Baumgars, and I called him to find out what he wanted me to bring home for a quick dinner. And I said, I was like, I told him, I said, you better be extremely proud of me because I didn't do it. I didn't walk out with more chickens. And he's like, what? He goes, I thought that was part of the purpose of you going today. And I said, it was, but the big thing was is that I wanted to go and drop off. I have my application for my farm exempt for the store. So I wanted to do that, but I had to wait until today actually, and I didn't get a chance to do it today, so I might have to do it tomorrow. But because I had to wait for a manager for it. So when I'd gone in there, it was too late in the afternoon, and they didn't have time to do anything. So it's not that big of a deal. But I was literally like almost in tears. I was teared up, and I'm like, I want those babies so bad. And he's like, Tony says, oh my God, I'm proud of you because you adulted. Like, you did the adult responsible thing. I am so proud of you. Oh, Missy, I'm glad you're home. Yay. You'll have to keep me updated if you find anything out, like what happened for the accident. I know, right? Like, congratulations, yes, because I didn't take on more poultry, but then again, it sucks because I sincerely want more chickens, and but I have to stick to my game plan, I really do. I need to stick to my game plan. So I didn't do it. And then it was funny because I sent Terry Lynn, and even in the Marco group, in one of the Marco groups that I'm in, I sent a message and I'm like, somebody better. Well, I sent Terry Lynn a message and I said on Instagram, and I said, girl, you need to talk me out of this. You need to help. You need to talk me out of this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And she didn't see it, and I'm like, but I talked myself out of it. So I'm super proud of myself. It is bittersweet. It's super bittersweet because it's just like, oh, I want all the chickens. I just want all the animals, and I can't have them because I don't have the appropriate stuff in place. So it finally moved up to the exit and got off traffic. Was being funneled into one lane. Oh, yes. And with yeah. That is a nightmare as well. So I am drinking Hawaiian Punch. I gave Moon Pie my last Coca-Cola. So I have to go get more Coca-Cola tomorrow. And I was either going to have some rum and Coke or, Catman Coke, my trademark, my trademark drink. Or I was going to have, Blue Moon beer. But I am having real issues with my, and this started, like, I've always had issues on and off with my GI tract. But I think it was, I don't know, I was actually talking to Jess on Marco, and I'm like, okay, because I was just trying to, it might have been Friday or Saturday even, I don't even know. But anyway, I had warmed up Chinese food that I had bought, and I just sincerely started to, like, I got sick from it. And what had happened was I was eating it. I'd had like 4 or 5 bites in, and every time I was swallowing, it was hurting in my spine. And I'm like, crap, that did not go down my esophagus. That felt like it was going down my trachea. Like I'd aspirated it for some reason, And I ended up getting sick. And the first bout was all phlegm and, chunks of Chinese food of chicken lo mein and rice. And then I finally got my stomach contents out, but there really was like nothing because I hadn't eaten really a whole lot. So then I tried the next day I was trying to eat something else and it hurt. And it just kept hurting. And I'm having this real issue where now I can't swallow anything without it hurting. And I usually have it in the top of my stomach because the esophageal rings the cardiac is called a cardiac sphincter. I know, sphincter. So that one and the two rings that were above it, I've had to have them stretched before because they were collapsing. And the doctor that did my my EGD colonoscopies, colonoscopy told me, he's like, you're probably going to have this done again, down the road, 5-10 years. And I've been having real issues over the last probably year, again, in that same area. And now it's up higher in my throat. And I'm not real sure what's going on. So fun times. So I literally have been surviving. I decided I didn't want to drink any alcohol because I don't really have a lot in my stomach. So I am trying to stay super hydrated, drinking water, and Hawaiian punch. So, and I've literally only had, like, I think since Friday, I've had 2 cans of Coke, and that's it. I just solely because I need the sugars. And I've had some Powerade, and that's about it. So I'm trying to keep my electrolytes up. So last night I tried, on Saturday, I think it was, I ordered I ordered some pizza, and I only ordered a small pizza for myself because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to eat it, and it's still sitting in the refrigerator. I literally have been able to get down in 3 days time. I've been able to get down 3 pieces. So, and I mean, they're not very big. I don't even know how big they are because it's a small pizza. So yay. Oh yes, rhubarb mead, fantastic. I like to mix stuff with Hawaiian punch even, but I don't have anything mixed. I'm going to stay away from the alcohol for a while until I can figure out what's going on with my stomach. I don't like drinking on an empty stomach anyway. I tried last night even to have a bowl of Cinnamon Life cereal, and I love Cinnamon Life. And I had about 3 bites of that, and I couldn't anymore. It just hurt. So made some packaged pork broth ramen last night, and I stopped after only 1/3 of the bowl and felt the same way. I didn't barf, but wanted to. I don't know why either. Still queasy today. I'm back and forth between the nausea and the hunger because I haven't eaten anything. So that's, I haven't really eaten a whole lot. So I just made chicken and rice, chicken breast in the crock pot, and in the Instant Pot, and rice in my rice cooker. And I had about 3 bites, and that was it. I'm hungry, but I can't get it down. It's especially bulky foods seem to really be bothering my esophagus. And it's not even my I don't know. It's not really my stomach. It's not making me nauseated. That's not what's making me throw up. It's the fact that when I swallow my food, it hurts my spine and it hurts the top of my stomach. So, yeah. Good night, Missy. And I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow, honey. Many blessings, darling. And I don't eat ramen. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Ramen is a big fat hell to the no. So when Tony and I first moved into an apartment together, very first time ever moving out, for me. And anyway, so we moved into an apartment together, and for like 2 months, we were so broke that for 2 months solid, we ate nothing but ramen noodles for lunch and supper. So you can about imagine how unhealthy that is. But just the fact that we couldn't afford anything else. And that's literally all we ate. It sucked. I absolutely despise ramen noodles now. And cup noodles, like I love the Nissan cup noodles. I can't even eat those anymore. I can't do it. I'm like, ooh. So, yeah, it's really, I think it's most likely strictures as well, Deb. So, the rings just end up collapsing on your, in your esophagus, and they can't effectively move the food down the esophagus and into the stomach. And so, that's exactly what happened at the top of my stomach. So the cardiac sphincter is before it gets down into your stomach, and then the 2 rings above that were already pretty well collapsing, and that's why I was having so many problems and stomach issues with like back in, I want to say 2011. It might have been later than that. I don't honestly know. I believe it was 2011 or 12, something like that. So, yeah. And I very sincerely do not want to go through another colonoscopy unless it is absolutely 100% necessary, because I can't even tell you, I was so sick from the liquid that you have to drink. Now I can't even think of the word for it, what it's called. So essentially it's like super lax. But yeah. So I don't really want to have to go through that again, but if I have to, I will. And Tony keeps telling me, you need to go to the doctor, and just make an appointment. And I'm like, to go through the same crap that I went through last time that took them literally months. I'm talking months to figure out. It took them damn near a whole year to try to figure out. I went through so many tests, and I mean, I had labs drawn. I was tested for celiac, and I was tested for like all kinds of stuff. And I'd had my gallbladder taken out, the whole 9 yards. Like it was crazy. And I'm like, I'm just not going to do that again unless I start to dump weight, like really just dump weight. And I'm super, super unhealthy. Until that point, I'm not going to do it. So I kind of figure I know what it is anyway. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing is just start doing a lot of softer foods. So, because I noticed that the bulkier foods really, very starchy foods too. So that has a lot of carbs, a lot of starch in it. I'm not able to eat it. It hurts. And then meat meat hurts as well because it's, it's bulky. So anywho, but I'm not going to get too worked up about it just yet. And I didn't come on to complain about it. So hello, MZ. I'm actually a cusp baby. I am an Aquarian Piscean. So Aquarius and Pisces. I was born on the cusp. I'm an empath. I'm all kinds of witchy. I tried to eat some chicken and rice. That's what I made. So I had a couple of Cheez-Its. So I did try to eat, but I only got a few bites in before the pain set in. So nope. I had to stop. So I think I'm going to go to probably doing protein shakes and things of that nature for a while and see if I can't get my stomach to heal up a little bit and go that route. Because this seems to come in waves for me. So no, actually, these are flamingos, and these are just teardrops, like teardrop lights, and they're solar. So yeah, I'm sitting in my Airstream camper. I pretty much I love being out here in my camper in my in Miss Dolly. So yeah. No, I didn't. It wasn't mag citrate. No. I can't remember what it's called. Because mag citrate is actually just, a little bit, like a little bottle. Like even the big bottles are not. They're what? 150 fluid ounces, something like that. So no, this is actually they give this, they prescribe this. Yeah, economy. Yeah, yep. Yes, the prep, bowel prep or whatever. 100% Pisces. Yes, I am all. Yes, I hear you. I am all Aquarian, all Piscean. I'm not even kidding you. I am such a walking chaotic contradiction. And thank you. Yes, this is actually, so these are the original curtains even from, so my Airstream is a 1972 Airstream ambassador. And yeah, so I love her. I love her dearly. How am I dealing with pandemic sanity wise? I'm not losing my sanity. No, I'm actually doing very well in that regard, because this is my outlet, and I find that because I am an empath, that with me having been staying home for so long, I'm not absorbing so much negative energy. And because it doesn't matter where I go, I have just people, I have energy vampires just sucking my energy, my life force out of me everywhere I go, all the time. And so I notice it really badly. I get really bad anxiety when I have to go to like Walmart or you know, something of that nature. Like Walmart, I hate going to that store anyway, but Walmart seems to be the worst energy draw for me, and I don't like it. I do suffer with depression, but I don't manage it medically, or I should say pharmaceutically. I do a lot of meditating. So I do a lot of meditating, and I'm starting to really get back into meditating as I'm going to sleep. So meditation is very soothing for me. So yeah, I'm having a lot of how do I want to say this? Because I don't want it to sound hokey or kooky, but I'm having a lot of premonitions. So and a lot of communicating beyond. So yeah. So I'm not sleeping well. That's a big thing for me. Walmart is very depressing. Yes. The weather here is, well, currently, I think it's sitting at like 85 or 86 degrees, but it's been hot. And tomorrow is supposed to be in the high, low to mid 90s. And then we're supposed to stay in the 90s all week long again. So I personally think, yes, it's an anxiety. Yeah, I do believe it's an anxiety-ridden store. So we hit a high of 89 today, and it is 76 right now, I think. So, yeah. The humidity, though, is, oh no, I take that back. It's still currently 86 degrees. So, and it feels like 88. So, there you go, my weather bug. So yeah, it is a very, very draining store. It drains me, and it just enrages me, because I walk out of there and I just feel like I'm just sucked dry. So hello, Lori. So yeah, it is extremely draining to me, and I don't know why. Well, I think that because it's so draining of my energy and whatnot, I think it tends to kind of depress you. You know, it kind of depresses me a bit, I guess, because it's crazy. It is just absolutely crazy. So I don't mind giving energy to people. I don't mind helping people if they need the energy. But you have some people who are they're just energy vampires. They just take everything out of you. And I find that going into Walmart in and of itself does that. And I don't know why that is. I really don't know. Yes, it does keep your mind off the depression. My air conditioner cranked. I'm going to stay that beat until September. Yeah. Our air conditioner, the central air is on in the house. I cannot open my windows. And the reason I can't open my windows is because I have a jerk dog that constantly pushes the screens out of my windows and gets out and then takes off running. So, and then once he's done that, then one of the other dogs will go out the window too. So yeah, I can't just leave my dogs in the house and leave the windows open. And I can't sleep with the windows open at night because they'll just get out the windows. And I'm like, so I keep asking them when they do this kind of stuff. I'm like, So do you just hate mom and dad? Like, do you hate it here? Why do you keep doing this? But they're huskies, so that's just what they do. They're Houdinis. It's just part of who they are for whatever reason. So you're on vacation in South Carolina. Fabulous. Oh, darn it. The weather being crappy. Yeah, I got fried as well. You can see I'm super red. So my hair is about to my shoulders. But it's up and it's fried because so I let my hair go for about just over 5 months. The only thing I did to it was I got it trimmed in February, but December was the last time that I colored it, and I colored it black. And the only reason I did is because my hair was the gray and the silver and the white that were coming through. And so I'm one of those people, then I can't handle looking like crap. It drives me crazy. And I felt so much older with my hair looking like that. So anyway, I told my daughter, I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like it was nice and it was curly. It's kind of frizzy, but it was very curly. It was very soft and just, it was in really good condition. But I couldn't handle all of the grow out and it just looked horrible. So she was going to try to strip my hair of color. I'm naturally a dark blonde. And as I've gotten older, my eyebrows actually have lightened up as well. So I fill in my eyebrows, and as we age, our hormones change, and so we start losing thickness in our eyebrows, and we start growing, chin hair and that kind of stuff. So anyway, so yeah, I color my eyebrows in. So I tried to get her to strip my hair out, and I was just going to have her put in I was just going to go with a gray, smoky gray color, and maybe do a pink shimmer to it. But yeah, the natural red in my hair decided it was going to come out, and so I have reddish dark strawberry blonde is my natural color. So I guess is what you could call it. Better you get fried than me. You fireworks there, Lori? Yeah, see, I usually turn really red, but I'm getting the older I get, the less the more tan I tend to get. So you can actually kind of see it in my hands. It's weird. Like, so there's the underside of my arms, and my arms don't really look red. They're pretty tan. And as a kid, I burned. Like I would be in the sun and I was frying like bacon. It was terrible. So, I do have cats. I have several cats actually. Well, I'm down to 3, but I have a white cat with black on him, and then I have 2 black cats. And so, anyway, I have 2 black cats, and because no self-respecting witch is without a black cat. I already miss wearing a mask. I didn't have to pluck as much. I don't miss it at all. Of course, I wore it very rarely anyway. Yeah. More power to those that did. I wasn't going to be that caused great anxiety in me, and that was part of the reason why I was okay with being at home and not, like only having to wear a mask once in a while. If I had been nursing again, had I been still working as a nurse through all of this, I don't know if, unless I would have been busy from the time I got there till the time I left, I probably, honestly, I don't know if I could have handled wearing a mask 24/7. I really don't. So, oh my gosh, quilts. I have tons of them. This one that I have on here on this couch, my Grammy made it for me. So fireworks there, awesome. 2 blocks from the beach in a little bungalow, but in bed freezing because of the burn. Yes, you will freeze, and I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, you do. You get sunburnt and you end up just like shivering. So you literally are having, you know, I guess a sunstroke or a heat stroke. Mask causes bad breath. Yes. Ugh. No, I'm not a fan of the spinning either. Aloe and lidocaine. Yes. So I usually buy, if I need it, I usually buy, there are two different brands. They're called two different things, but they're the same thing. Solar cane or Americane. So frozen aloe plant. Nice. Yes. My aloes are not big enough to really harvest from yet. So I got my daughter, and my youngest daughter and her boyfriend gave me a bunch of, well, maybe it was just her. Anyway, they gave me like 8. There were 5 aloe babies and then 3 smaller mothers. So I have those planted and I put them. They're in the house, but what do I eat for breakfast? I don't. It depends. If I can eat something, it really depends. But I typically don't eat more than about once a day. I might snack here and there on a couple of things, but I typically don't eat a meal until usually evening meal. It just really depends on how hungry I am, or what have you. So I'm not starving myself. I just don't. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. I don't needlessly eat. I'm not gonna I don't want to mindlessly eat either. So I give, I make sure I have as much caloric intake as I need, and go from there. So so anywho, all right. Well, don't really have much more to report for the week. Even for the last 2 weeks, I've just been insanely busy trying to do things around the homestead and the house and this pool. I eat when I'm hungry. That's the control. I don't control my hunger. I just, if I eat, or if I'm hungry, I eat something. If I'm not, I don't. So I can't show you the pool because I'm on my laptop. So kind of hard to, I don't think you can see it from the window even. So anyway, I do have a video from last June that you can see the pool. So people definitely shouldn't spit on others. I never found that to be a big issue, though. Once in a great while, one of the kids will spray it instead of saying it. Other than that, not a lot of spitting. Maybe I'm just weird. No, I agree. I try not to spit, but you know, hey, sometimes you just do it. So I actually have yeah, I've spent the time on the pool this year, and it took me 3 days. Well, it took me over a week to get it completely cleaned out enough that I could fill it and then finish cleaning. It's a yes, the droplets do come out no matter what, but I mean to actually be spitting. So anyway, I have a saltwater pool. I do saltwater. I you know, because that's a natural chlorine versus I do put some chlorinating stuff in it at the beginning when I open the pool, because I use a shock treatment, which is highly chlorinating, but that's to help because it also has an algicide in it, and I use that to open the pool with. But then throughout the summer, I use I just use algicide and keep adding my pool salt in when I need it, and I spend probably about an hour every day with the net, and I get it. I clean out, you know, as much as I can, and I make sure that my pump and filter run on 12-hour cycles, and sometimes I will even just shut it off and turn it back on, even though it's only been shut off for a couple of hours and it's in its sleep mode for, you know, the next 12. Because I have so many trees around us and birds, and you know, so all kinds of stuff. You know, bugs love to live in the water for whatever reason. Well, they like to go there to die. So anyway, I usually take the net to it and clean it out. It takes me usually about an hour just outside of the pool to do that. And then I'll use the brush and I'll brush the bottom of the pool and push up any debris. And I use the net to get it out. And I run the filter, so the pump, so that it'll, you know, help me to get rid of it. So, hi, Kat. You hate saltwater shower or pool, too salty and slimy. Mine is not. Nope, I don't like it. I don't want it slimy either. I also do not. I don't put in so much salt that you know, that you can smell it, that it's gross. So I don't do it. Got your tomatoes and potatoes planted. Woo! And sweet potato slips. Yes, awesome, girl. You're potting up your slips right now. Good, Jess. Awesome. I saw that on the Marco. I got to listen to the Marco before I came live. So I don't like the chlorine, and I don't like to mess with the chemicals. So that's why I do salt water. I don't like chlorine pools. It is a pain in the butt because if it's too acidic or too alkaline, or like, it's just the pH is all off, and I'm not messing with that crap. I don't want to deal with that crap. So I literally will test my water, my saltwater pool. The salt water kills the bacteria too, I promise you. I test my pool water once a week, and I do not have any problems with it. I have zero issues with my pool being slimy or too salty or not salty enough. Like, I seriously don't have any issues with it. And, you know, I can go get, if I need to, I'll go I can add a bag of pool salt. You know, I can add a bag of pool salt in, if I need it, you know, and for like $6. So, and chlorine is just, it's a pain in the butt. I don't like it. I don't like that smell at all. And yes, it does. This chlorine destroys the clothing. It does. I feel like your whole body is bleached safely. Okay. Yeah, I don't like chlorine pools. I'm here still, 911 in the family. Oh my God. All right, Terry. Girl, I'm telling you. I don't even, I want to get moved to a, so I have a Berkey water filter that we have really good tap water here. Like it doesn't taste bad or anything like that. But I filter my water to drink. And if I can get it to a point, if I can get to a point where I can get a whole house reverse osmosis situation going on and not lose a ton of pressure, I would do it. A whole house distillery, essentially. Distiller. So I do garden. I do. I have a 6,000 square foot garden that I typically try to grow every year. But the last 3 years have been really bad for me. And yep, pretty much everyone on here gardens in some fashion. Terry Lynn has a big, she has a big farm. She has 10 acres that she farms on. So she has chickens and turkeys, but she doesn't have big animals. She does a lot of, but she does vegetables and she does all kinds of stuff. And Jess she has several raised garden beds. When I had a pool, I just used bleach, nothing else, and tested once a week-ish. I always loved the smell of chlorine, though. Yuck! Oh, not me. You don't have a garden? I'm sorry. Even if it's container gardening, it is so relaxing. It's so good for the soul, and it's so good for your energy. It really is. I know Deb does. She does little amounts of gardening. She does, I think, containers, and she has she lives in the city, so she lives in a large city. So she has a unique situation there too. But I think most everyone on here, is a gardener or homesteader. So so if you are interested in that stuff, you really should check them out. Check all these channels in here that are in here. Check them out. They're a wealth of knowledge. And Deb doesn't have a channel, but she is a wealth of knowledge as well. So yay, Jess! That's awesome. You're up to 1,000 square feet. That is awesome. And yeah, so she actually does. Yes, that's right, Deb. I couldn't remember. I knew you were growing in bags, and I was just trying to think of, before I actually said it, I'm like, what is she growing in? I know she's growing in something. What is she growing? So. And that is a fantastic way to garden, honestly, is to just reuse your feed sacks, because they're mostly kind of plastic anyway. Buy a bag of potting soil. Literally buy a bag of potting soil, plant in it. Most annual vegetables do not have a very deep root system. So you can do all kinds of stuff. Yes, growing herbs in a pot. Yes. I am extremely blessed, extremely fortunate to have the space that I have. And yes, I do live within city limits, but I live on the edge of town, so I'm on a dead end street. So for me, I have a lot of options where I'm at. So even living I live in a very small town, but I have a lot of options for gardening and animals and things of that nature. So if I want to, I put the potatoes in an old trash can so they can have deeper roots. Yes. Technically, my 3 acres is registered as a farm because I want to use my garden, my 6,000 square feet, as market garden. So in order to get that accomplished, to be able to get some help with from the USDA, which actually isn't help. So yeah, it is, but it isn't. Anything that you spend out. So what I was trying to do was get USDA funding for a large hoop house, and come to find out that I was able to register because my land was previously a farmstead anyway. And so it had been registered as a farm up until probably the 70s, I want to say 60s or 70s. And I mean, they used to have sheep here. I have a foundation that's sitting out there. It was an old sheep barn. It's just the foundation is left. There was a machine shop here. They had cattle up here. They had, of course, they had more land as well. But I mean, they've had just a bevy of various animals. So this technically was a farm prior to. And so when I went in to register to talk with the USDA extension office, they're like, well, yeah, you absolutely, in order to do this, you have to register as a farm, and you have the perfect land. You can register as a farm. Even though you are within city limits, you're considered a farmstead. And I'm like, oh, cool beans. So I have a farm number, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, I'm actually technically a farm. I don't have the animals, but so yes, my garden area is bigger than your entire yard. That is true. That is true. How do you go about doing something like that? The USDA thing. Okay, so I went to my USDA extension office, my county office, and I had printed off the application for USDA hoop house funding. And so the reason that I went ahead and registered as a farm was because then down the line, when I do start to build my infrastructure again, rebuild things, I'm able to get better tax help, tax breaks, I guess you could say. I'm able to get a farm exempt for taxes, for like sales tax. So my machinery, parts and pieces that I may need to repair can be non-taxable. So when I buy my chicken grain, my scratch grains in the winter, those are actually farm exempt for whatever reason. But my non-GMO organic layer feed is not. I'm not real sure why that is, but also I'm to a point now where the seed that I buy and whatnot, it's supposed to be tax free anyway, but that ensures that I don't pay tax on seed, at least in my state. So what happens when you go through the USDA for something such as to get a hoop house, you actually end up having to pay for that out of pocket first. So while everybody is like, oh yeah, it's a great program, and you know, it's a wonderful farm program that you can get this, that, and the other, and it is, but you actually have to pay for that out of pocket first, and then you're reimbursed so much money every season that it's used, or you know, something of that nature. So it depends on how it's set up. You receive money back, and I wasn't able to get an industrial sized hoop house. I could not afford it out of pocket. And I mean, that was the whole reasoning for me going through the USDA to begin with, but it just doesn't work like that. And that's okay. You know, if you've got the money to spend out of pocket first and wait to be reimbursed, then, you know, fantastic. I don't have that, but I'm trying to find as many perks as I possibly can through that program. I'm also looking at, I'm a member of the Iowa Organic Growers Association. I and that's just so I can get like with that, because I believe in organics. I truly believe in organic farming. I think that it is absolutely 100% possible to do so, and I think that I think it's the responsible thing to do. So whether it be a big scale or a small scale, it is possible. So that's why I get into all of these different things with organics and farmers markets and this and that. So yes, I drink a ton of coffee. I drink a ton of, well, not so much anymore, but because it's getting to be too hot. So I'll drink maybe 2 cups a day. Just kind of depends. Okay, I don't have a tractor. I do not. I do have a lawn and garden tractor, and I do have a cart, a trailer that I can pull behind it. I want to get. I'm looking at a particular tractor. There is one that I absolutely do want. It's a small. A smaller size tractor, but it's made for the home, you know, like the homestead. And it has all kinds of perks and attachments, I guess. So what I'm looking at is one with a mower deck, drive over mower deck, and a bucket front loader, and a PTO driven garden tiller on the back of it. So because I don't have the space for a large tractor, and frankly, I don't need it, and I'm in town and I don't need to be destroying my streets, so I'm good. Tractors can be dangerous, but I grew up around them, so yeah. Just like anything else in life, if you treat things with respect, if you are cautious and you do things as accordingly as you can, then to run your equipment, there is zero reason why it should be dangerous. So I got a John Deere 955 a year or two ago. Has some of those fun attachments. Oh, nice. See, I have a John Deere mower, and that thing has been a headache from day one. So my lawn tractor is a John Deere, and as far as tractors go, big tractors, bigger tractors, I should say. I grew up with Case IH and, which is international, and Massey Ferguson. And, there were John Deeres. My grandpa had Massey's, and he had Case. And back then it was usually just referred to as an international. He did have one John Deere, and I remember that thing constantly being broke down. So, oh, can you hear the ducks going over? Yeah. So my biological father, he used to work on Massey Ferguson's. He used to work for an implement company, and he was a mechanic for Massey Ferguson. And so that's where I learned what MF stood for, because he would always tease me, and I almost got backhanded. Like, I got in trouble because my father thought it was funny to tell me what MF stood for, and it wasn't Massey Ferguson. And so I come home and I told my mom, hey, guess what? Guess what MF stands for? It's not Massey Ferguson. Yeah, you can pretty well imagine. So I got in trouble for that. I was 5, like 4 or 5. So yeah, I know, right? So yeah, I've had a very colorful language from a very young age. So and I'm okay with that. I don't try to just, on lives and stuff, I try really hard to be as PC as possible when it comes to language. But there are times where I don't even give a damn, and I'm just like, whatever. So that's right, colors make the world go round. My plans for the rest of the week. All right, so obviously I got to keep up on the pool. That's just a never-ending task through the summer. We are going to stay in the 90s all week long. We do have the possibility for some rain showers in these parts here, like in this part of the state. I think on Friday or Saturday, maybe. But it's really limited chance. So, but the humidity is supposed to start coming back in, and I don't do well in the humidity. I need to finish tilling more garden space. I need to finish the pumpkin squash melon jumbled patch, because that's exactly what it's going to be this year. So I have to till that up so that I can get seed dropped in there, and then I'm just going to cover it with the tall mowed grass that I have laying in the yard and the straw that I have. I'm going to mix it. I probably shouldn't put the grass on it, but it is what it is, and I'm just going to use what I can get and what I have. So, I can't afford to just go out and buy a bunch of stuff. I was going to buy a bunch of straw bales, and I actually was looking at a farmer who had some, but he had, when I got to looking into it further, he actually had alfalfa and Timothy hay, and I'm like, I don't want hay. I want straw or even corn stalk bale, and I couldn't get any of that. So, and I'm like, well, I'll just use what I've got. I need to try to get as much seed in the ground as I possibly can. I have to get all of the tomatoes. I don't think any of my peppers came up in the hoop house. Of course, the seed was older and it was not stored properly. So I do need to get the tomatoes that did pop up. I do need to get those transplanted out into the garden. And that's why I got so much of it tilled yesterday. But it's kind of, like I said, I'm behind the 8 ball here with a lot of stuff, and corn especially. But I'm still just gonna throw it in the ground and see if it grows. That's all I can do at this point, and start planning then for fall, because fall will be my fall planting will be starting the end of August, 1st of September, somewhere in there. So I'll be putting in, cooler weather crops again, spinach and my greens, that kind of stuff. But essentially at this point, I am throwing whatever I have in the ground and just going to see if I can get anything to grow and what I can produce off of it. I'll probably end up having to buy more seedlings for at least pepper plants. Probably not so much for tomatoes, but again, we'll see. And then in probably August, I will start buying cold weather or cooler weather crop seeds, and get those in the ground. And then I'll start purchasing a set amount of money that I'm going to allow myself to spend every month from there on, all the way up until planting season again next year. So I did get pepper plants. They are sitting out there. They're waiting to go in the ground. I don't have a ton. The damn rabbits came in and ate the leaves off of most of them, even the ghost peppers. Yeah. So I got some candy stripe. They're kind of a jalapeno. I think they're a jalapeno because they're for salsa. So I would assume they're a jalapeno, but they're actually candy stripes. They have stripes in them, and they ate all the leaves. Luckily, they did not eat the blossoms. And I do have they ate most of the leaves off of it. They haven't eaten the blossoms, thankfully. My ghost pepper was stripped. The green bell peppers, pretty well stripped. Yeah, the rabbits got to them before I could even get them in the ground and get cages around them. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go buy more plants, which does not make me happy because I don't have an excessive budget, Yay, your potatoes are flowering. Awesome. Jess was saying that she was showing me on Marco that her potato plants are huge. They're tall. So I would think they'll be flowering here before too terribly long, which is awesome. First little tomato in the potted tomatoes. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, you just gotta, I don't know. My whole philosophy at this point is just throw something in a damn pot and grow it. I actually put that on one of my, what was it? Oh, it was on one of my TikToks. I think it was the lemon seeds. Oh, speaking of which, I I need to separate them and put them in their own containers. But yeah, I have lemon tree seedlings that are probably about 6 to 8 inches tall, all from lemons that I'm like, oh, let's see if they'll grow. Yep. They're growing now. Whether or not they will actually produce, I don't know, but we shall see. And it's going to be several years before that happens, but I'm going to attempt to keep them all alive, and I'm going to attempt to get them to grow. So, I mean, I'm in the Midwest, so citrus doesn't exactly grow well here. Of course, it probably would this year with it being so hot already, and but the growing season isn't quite long enough for citrus, so. Exactly. Yep. Just grow all the things. That's all you can do. You might as well. Why not? Why not try? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The plant dies, which is sad, but so, like, start over. Or now it doesn't work. You're never going to know unless you try. So, yeah. I had put on, I can't remember, somebody had they were really, really discouraged about something, and it was something to do with growing, and I can't remember what it was they were growing. And I'm like, I said, okay, well, wait a minute, did you know you could grow it before? Well, no, I really didn't know. And I said, then how would you know how would you know that you could or could not grow it if you didn't try? Well, yeah, that's true. And I'm like, so try again or move on to the next thing. I mean, gardening there is no perfect thing in gardening. There's nothing. You're never going to get 100% of anything. So if a plant produces something, then great. If it doesn't, then move on to the next thing. If you found that one way works better than another, or you found the way that you grew this particular, tomato, so it didn't grow, it didn't produce. Okay, well, was it something, maybe try growing it again next season and maybe use a different method, because, like the seasons change, so do patterns in plant growth. So it's just really silly to be so frustrated and just to give completely up, unless you've tried, a couple of times at least. And if it doesn't work, try something else. That's all you can do. So anyway, all right. Well, I think I've been on here long enough. I need to try to chill out for the night and try and get some decent rest, because I'm not resting well. And I really thought that after all of that tilling yesterday, I would sleep so well. And I did not. I did not sleep well at all. So I'm going to have to try something else. So I'll just try growing this heirloom purple cauliflower. Oh, yes. So I had some, and I can't remember. I think it's Purple of Sicily, I think is what it's called, or I can't remember, but yes, there's purple cauliflower. And so that's kind of my thing. Obviously, because the name is Royal Amethyst Acres. So while purple is not actually my favorite color, I do want to grow all the purple things, anything that's purple, because it just kind of coincides with the homestead, with the name. So my favorite colors, purple is one of my favorite colors, but it's third on my list. So, yeah. Pink and black black is actually my favorite, which I don't know that black is actually a color. I think it's a pigment, but either way, black is my favorite. Black just seems to go with everything, so that's why I like it the most. And purple or pink is my next. It kind of ties black, so yeah, purple and pink, or black and pink, and then purple. So, okay, yes, Deb, I agree. I agree. I will try very hard not to do it, overdo it, because, but I have to get stuff done. So, I'm to a point now where I'm determined. I'm determined to do things on my own again. And so I will do everything that I possibly can, without, hurting myself. Oh, look, so my little lights were just trying to flash on. That's funny. So anyway, yep, I think I do. See, they just flashed again. The ones on the awning are not turned on yet. They haven't turned on. It's not dark enough outside. As you can see, it's still pretty light outside, but it's getting close to summer. So the summer equinox is actually not too terribly far off. So, yay! All right. I will leave you all with many blessings, and I hope that you have a fantastic week. Everybody, please stay safe and do something for yourself to make yourself feel good. Do something for you. So, all right. I will check you out next week. I will try to get a video out. I've not been filming, but I need to. So I will try to get a video out this week. No promises. So anyway, all right. Good night. I love all of you. I wish you all many blessings, and live from the earth and play in the dirt. Bye.